Hi, I'm David Bragger here at the Old-Time Tiki Parlour, and I'm going to be teaching Cripple Creek. We're going to be doing Cripple Creek at a cross G tuning today. But first, let me run through the tune. Okay, so let's start learning Cripple Creek. First off, I'm in cross G tuning. G, D, and then I tune my A and E strings down a whole step to a G and a D. Now, cross tuning, I think it might be safe to say it's commonly played up in cross A. The fiddles are louder. Most jam sessions, when they go into cross tuning, they're up in cross A. But a lot of us fiddlers, not all, but a lot of us, love playing cross G as well. So in most of my alone time, I guess you could say my cross tuning is cross G. You get a real resonant, large sound. Might not be quite as loud as cross A, but it's a really big sound, and you can get a real earthy, gritty tone out of it. And that's one thing that I love doing with particular tunes. And Cripple Creek is definitely one of them. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach the tune and then go through variations. Now, I will be giving you bowing. I'll be talking about bow patterns, so you can use that information if you'd like. I will call out the finger positions because I do know a lot of people like to use the audio of these recordings, so I'll be doing that as well. Now, what I'm going to do, first of all, is give it to you in a very, very modular fashion. We break it down phrase by phrase. So let's start now. Cross G tuning, Cripple Creek, A section, phrase 1. The A section will have a total of 4 phrases. And here's phrase 1. Nice and slow, no embellishments yet. Now, like many tunes, when we get to phrase 3, it will be the same as phrase 1, unless we're doing some kind of variation. So, first off, the tune begins with 2 pickup notes. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to saw stroke them. So, in other words, they each get their own bow stroke. So, O1, and then we come up to finger 3 on the high string. And we play a shuffle. Now, a shuffle goes like this. Long, short, short, long, short, short. It's 4 beats. Down, up, down, up, down, up. So what we're going to do here is down, up, shuffle. Then we're going to bring what's normally called a high D major double stop. Finger 3 on the A string, finger 1 on the E. And we're going to bring it down, and we're going to play a little shuffle long, short, short, long. So 3, 1, 3, oh. That's the open E string, the one that's tuned down to a D right now. So we have down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now phrase 2 is going to begin the same way. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then we're going to follow it by this little syncopated shuffle. This is the syncopated shuffle that I think is also called Tommy's lick. It's something Tommy Jarrell used a lot, as well as many other fiddlers. Down, up, down, up. Again, down, up, down, up. And the fingering for that is quite simple. 1, O, 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 O. But you can hear me doing that double stress. Down, up, down, up. Now phrase 3 is going to be the same as phrase 1 for now. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then phrase 4 is a totally different beast. That's one way of doing it. 2 pickup notes, O1 on the A string. We're going to now play a shuffle. Down, up, down, up, down, up. So 2, 2, 2, 1, O, 1, 1. And then we're going to finish it off like this. O1, O1, O. And that's a little shuffle. Long, short, short, long. Down, up, down, up. So again, the 4th phrase. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, you probably heard in the faster version, that I play 1 A section and 4 of these half-length B sections. So, before we go into the B section, I do want to review the A and talk about a few things. So, I'm going to run through it. Down, up, 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 up, down, 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 up. Now, first off, most of the time when I have 2 pickup notes that take me into a phrase, I slur them into the very first note. This is something old-time fiddlers do all of the time without thinking. So instead of down, up, and then shuffle begins, we'll slur the notes into that first stroke, into the first note of the shuffle. Down, up, down, like that. Again. If I played at speed, and then you have this rhythmic device happening. You have a bow stroke coming in a full beat early and playing through the first beat of the phrase. And it really sucks the listener, and quite possibly the dancer, into the phrase. It's a really, really great effect, the way we push that bow into the first beat. So I usually do that as a default, and once in a while saw stroke the 2 pickup notes like we did earlier. I do that as a variation. So we'll get into that stuff in a moment. So what we have here is down, up, 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 down, up. And I did it into the 4th phrase as well. Instead of down, up, and then shuffle, I slurred the pickup notes into the very first note of the shuffle. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So right here, without doing any kind of bow rocking, or without including more syncopated shuffles, without altering the melody, we have a very solid A section. So for those of you that are more in the beginner realm, this is a great place to stop and really get this down. So let's move on to the B section before we address variations. The B section, the melody motif was set up by the ending phrase of the A. It was foreshadowed at that point. So what we're going to do here, before we get any kind of blue notes or variations happening, is we're going to get a nice solid bass as far as the melody and bowing is concerned. Phrase 1 of the B section. Now, it might sound a little boring. I'm playing slow, I'm not droning heavily, but we'll build it up into something a little different in a little while. So what we have here is 2 pickup notes, O1, now a shuffle. So I have O1, 2, 2, 2, 1, O, O1. That was 2 pickup notes followed by a shuffle. One more time. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And now to finish out phrase 1, I'm going to play 4 long strokes. That 4th stroke included the pickup notes, by the way, that lead us into the ending phrase. So make that mental note. So we have pick, up, shuffle, long, 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 long. I'll call out the notes if that helps, or the fingering, I should say. O, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, O. O, 1, 2, 2, O. O, 1. And now the ending phrase is the same ending that we had in the A section. But guess what? We already played the pickup notes. So finger 2, here we go. Ending phrase. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then we repeat. Down, up, 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 down, up. So again, I would play that 4 times. But Cripple Creek's a strange one because structurally, because you will run into people, and you may be one of them, that plays it with a slightly different form. 2 A sections, 4 B sections, 2 A sections, 2 B sections. So of course, be very open-minded to the form of a tune like Cripple Creek. Now we've gone over the basics. So what we're going to do next is we're going to talk about variations. And there's many, many, many potential variations. And I just want to get you started. So a quick review of what we have is we basically have pickup notes, and a shuffle, pick up, shuffle, syncopated shuffle, pick up, shuffle, shuffle, pick up, shuffle, shuffle, B section, pick up, shuffle, long, 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 shuffle, and shuffle, and it keeps going. And then I would do it 2 more times, chock full of variations. So if you were to play through the tune the way I've taught it so far, you would basically have something like this. And the only conscious variation that I made just now was turning my pickup notes into a 3-note slur by slurring them into the first note of the phrase. Even in the B section, pick up, shuffle, or down, up, down, up, like that. Be very mindful of the end of the first phrase of the B section going into the second phrase. Long, long, long. Right here, long. Those are pickup notes, and they're on an up bow, and right now our hands are tied. They have to be that way. Okay? So, I was droning, but I was sticking to the format. But when I played the fast version, it was sounding quite different. For instance, there were extra notes happening. I was also turning some of my shuffles into these syncopated shuffles. What's really interesting about a syncopated shuffle is that it has 2 ups. And there are several of these classic bow patterns that many, many, many fiddlers use that feature 2 consecutive ups. And the way I see it is when you have 2 ups, it gives you an opportunity to rock the bow a little bit to a lower region and then rock it back for the second up to your starting point. So I love turning bow patterns into bow patterns that have 2 ups because it buys me that rock. But rocking is a whole nother discussion. That's something we could talk about in great, great depth, and we don't have the time to do it now. But I will include a few. So another thing is the major third of this scale, I rarely play it in Cripple Creek. I was doing it when I broke the tune down just now. But if you go back to that fast version, I have it somewhere very, very bluesy and minor in a few places. I slide, I do all kinds of things with that major third. And part of it is getting an intuition for how it should sound by simply listening to fiddlers that use it. Or I should say, use them. Because there are several degrees of third in the playing of a lot of great fiddlers. So let's get a more hands-on approach right now. Let's look at the tune from the A section and just throw in some different variations, melody and bowing. Phrase 1. Let's do this. Down. I snuck in a middle finger, so I have a little grace note during my walk up. And what I did was down, up, down, up, down, up. I turned my shuffle into a syncopated shuffle, and it bought me a bow rock. Down, up, 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 down, up. Here's a new variation. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Slower. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And then our ending. Down, up, down, up. For the second phrase, that is. Could we do something else there? How about that? Down, up. That's a nice variation. 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. So if I speed that up, I'll do it again. Yeah. So what else can we do? How about we leave the pickup notes out, but we still come in early with that pushed beat. So we basically play finger 3 a beat early. Like that. Push, up, down, up. A little slower. Push, up, down, up. So all these different intros that I'm giving you, they work for phrases 1, 2, and 3 of the A section of Cripple Creek because all 3 phrases begin the same way. So now you have all kinds of things you can do. Isn't that cool? Down, And then how about we push into the ending phrase? So instead of playing the pickup notes, we do something like this. And I'm also featuring a bluesy third. So finger 2, push, and again when I say push, that just means we're coming in a beat early, always a downstroke. Push, up, down, up. So I'm going 2, 2, and you can hear me move the finger back and slide it back into this minor position. 2, 2, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0. Push, up, down, up. The key to getting a really effective slide, in my opinion, is to not slide too much. So even though it might be a real long stroke, that doesn't mean my left hand is sliding a great distance. I always say the best slides are the slides that don't slide at all. So there's an option for your ending. Instead of so now with these variations, we have something different going on. A really funky A section. So the B section, you can definitely take advantage of the blue third. In other words, the middle finger, the third note of your scale on the A string. So bring it back. You can walk into it, but this is where I'm going to suggest we lose a lot of the pickup notes and come in early with that middle finger. Push into that blue note. Like that. And I'm going off on musical tangents right now, but let's take a look at what we're talking about. So, push, up, down, up. If you want to get a little more of the wiggle, right? Push, up. 2 ups there. Push, up, down, up, down, up. And I did grab the pickup notes on the up bow. So now we have push, up, down, up, down, up. And now the ending phrase. Down, up, down, up. Push, up, down, up, down, up. That's cool. 1 0 1 0. Push, up, down, up. Like that. Again. Push, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. 1 0 2 1 0 1 0. It's down, up, down, up, and then down, up. That's a fun one to sneak in as well. So by throwing in not just these slightly different tonalities, but by bringing in some different left hand motions, right? Some melodic variations, we can really start making this thing breathe and live. That's my particular favorite ending variation. Instead of that kind of a thing, we'll start on the A string. 2 1 0 2 1 0. Again. The bowing, shuffle. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And that's the full shuffle. And then down. We're not changing that too much, are we? So let's take a look at it. That's another thing I love to do. Push, up, down, up. So I'm basically going push, up, down, up. But I'm getting a little more wiggle with my middle finger. In other words, I'm sliding a little more. I'm not just staying on a fixed minor note. So push. Here, there's a little bit of a slide. Push, up, down, up. Or that. Push, up, down, 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 up. So that should get you started. It gives you an idea of how I break tunes down. You know, we have these bow patterns that are just bowing facts. People use them. Whether they can articulate what they're doing or not is a whole nother story. And I break things down phrase by phrase. And then we talk about little bow patterns and little left-hand ornaments that are interchangeable. And it's a really, really fun endeavor. So I hope you enjoyed that, and you can always email me if you have any questions. Thank you.